Peace. Welcome back to Essence Tarot. And we're going to do something different this morning. Spirit is pretty much telling me to use visual. We have enough of visual these days where we can start to use visual to help others understand. Now, some of you may get triggered and some of you may not. It may trigger your soul or not trigger your soul. Take what resonates with you. But in this case, we have here, this is the vision that came to my mind this morning. One of my favorite movies that I watched years ago, but one of my top favorite movies that I love. Okay, I'm going to list below. Due to copyright issues, I do not own the rights to the video that I'm going to show you. Okay, but for a better view of understanding, this is what the battle between ego and soul looks like when it comes to a masculine. Now this is more light, okay? This is more light. This image that you see here is a feminine, okay? A feminine on your left side, and on your right is the masculine, who is full of ego, pride. As you see before you is a spirit coming out of this masculine that looks exactly like himself, okay? How they say in the so-called Bible that, because I'm not a full Christian, but I do take teachings, so a little bit of everything. I'm a studier of all things. But as they would say is, you come in the image of your God. And as you can notice, all right, this masculine here comes in the image of his own God. Okay, give me a second. I'm trying to get something. Come in the image of his own God. Okay, now you can see right here with I got a yellow little dot, a red little dot right here. I don't even know if y'all can see that, but as you can see, he looks exactly like himself. And when I saw my masculine, that's exactly how it was. Despite the feet, okay, there was no feet. They were like genie. It was like a genie. Okay, they had a trail, a line. Okay. Maybe I should just use a different pointer. Alright, maybe I needed a longer one. But anyway, so this is a video that shows you a lot about the divine masculine and divine feminine. Now, in this movie's more to me about self-love, self-understanding, and self-forgiveness, okay? You guys go check this movie out. Go look it up. Like I said, I'm going to put it in the description, okay? Like I said, you have the masculine here, okay? And he looks exactly like himself, a figment of himself, a shadow of himself, a light energy of himself, okay? And here you have the feminine, okay? Before they came into this point where we are right now, okay? This masculine was a complete douchebag, okay? Because he was stuck in his pride, so full of his ego. He was talking about, he was a doctor, and he, you know how some of these masculines are. I'm the man, I'm the king, I'm this, I'm that, I'm whatever. They are this masculine here was more of his higher self. Okay, not higher self as of spiritual, but more of an egotistical. I'm that. I'm boss. I'm this. I'm that. I'm that. And I'm not saying that masculines shouldn't have this much pride in themselves, but when your pride clouds your judgment, which is your intuition, and misguides you, okay, you tend to lose yourself. And what happened here is this feminine. Now you see a feminine here, okay? This feminine looks like a monk, okay? She doesn't have makeup on. She doesn't even have any hair. She's wearing a plain white outfit. Doesn't show her curves or nothing like that. So it just shows you the amount of healing can be done when you can just be plain Jane, or you can just be yourself, okay? Sorry, y'all. But anyway, so it just shows you don't have to have, in order to have this ability to heal others, a bunch of trinkets, okay? All that is entertainment. All that is a visual, okay? But it's all about energy. We're talking energy here. And what you see is a bunch of energy coming out of the physical body, okay? So you have a woman here, which is a feminine, divine feminine, who has awakened, and she's helping others awaken and heal themselves naturally. Okay, this is self-healing, self-love, and a natural kind of thing. Okay, everybody she deals with is, you have black people, you have Korean people, or whatever kind of whoever Indian people. She got all kinds of mixed. This movie has all kinds of mixed genres in this movie that shows everybody has their own kind of healing. To each its own healing, whatever works for you. But at the end of the day, it just shows that you don't really need much. Okay. Now, in this movie, it was about a crystal. The crystal was more of heart, and it controlled time. Okay, in this movie, it controlled time, and they had the ability to manipulate the realm by knowing the secrets where they altered the matrix in this movie. Okay, and I speak on this right because it's a very important key. I'm gonna talk first, and then I'll show you the video later, and maybe you could run it back to get a better understanding. I'm gonna walk you through it and what I saw in my vision when Spirit showed me to show you guys. Okay, so see what I see as well. See what the masculine sees. Okay, so like I said, this masculine was full of ego, full of pride. He was a doctor. He was one of the best doctors, but something had happened to him. As always, it doesn't matter how your image is. If you're not on your path, you are not protected. This masculine was not protected. Okay, even though he was a doctor, he had a nice little condo. He had someone who really cared about him. Not someone who love. It's not what in this movie. It wasn't about love of someone else. It was more about self-love. This person really tried to help this masculine, but this masculine pushed himself. A feminine energy tried to help it. You have more feminines in this video trying to help this masculine see. Now, I'm not saying the feminines was karmics, okay? Because no, they wasn't there. No, it wasn't his divine feminine. But the point of the matter is, to be divine is unconditional. Unconditional love can come in any kind of image or form, okay? Now, this masculine here was being helped by awakened females or by a earthly female who just saw better potential. Now, both of these women, one was spiritual and one was not. Okay, but she had faith in this man, and they both had faith in this man that he could become the greater him. Okay, but he had too much pride and too much ego. So he fell, he hit rock bottom. He had nobody to turn to because he disrespected everybody. He turned his back on everybody that was there for him. He was very very deceiving and rude and disrespectful, and lost pretty much everything. Fell to the bottom. Karma had hit him so bad. Took the most greatest gift that he supposedly had, which was his hands. Okay, his hands was his money maker. His hands was his healing to others as well as himself. His hands was everything to him. But something had happened, which is karma, kicked in and destroyed every single one of his fingers. He got into an accident where he recovered, okay, but he didn't have his full revelation, okay. He denied his revelation. He believed that what had happened to him shouldn't have happened to him, and always such and such and such. And mind you, the universe will manipulate itself to make sure someone gets their awakening, okay. So the masculine was in a car accident or had a bad experience where it destroyed his hands, where he could no longer be a surgeon. He done went through so many obstacles. Instead of him just accepting the fact that he just lost his hands, okay, and found peace in it, a lot of things have manifested to the point where he had to see it himself to believe it. Okay, so that's when visual came in. Okay, and physical action came in. All right. So what happened next was that the masculine, and I'm trying to skip because I don't want to do the copyright. I don't want to show the whole video. I just want to get to this point here, and the point after. You guys can go check the video out on your own. Okay, but he pretty much lost all hope, all faith in everything. And the world has just turned its back on him. He believes so, okay. But it was only the matrix, because he had to shake the matrix, the realm that he was in order for him to heal himself, okay. Because you can heal yourself, and you can, be a natural healer of your own body because you created it, okay. But at the end of the day, he's lost all hope, lost all faith. But then he ran into somebody. This is when spirit and universe tries to help get the masculine back on path. Okay. Yes, we understand you this, that, and the third. The physical body has been tampered with when it comes to, breaking the pride and harming. Okay. A lot of masculines go through tragic situations that They just can't turn from. But in this movie, it does specify that you can change, okay? And that's the point of the matter. Okay, so I'm going to run this video real quick. And I thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for all my new subscribers, comments. Check the description box for more information before we begin. This here, it will trigger some of you and it won't. It's all on you, and it's all on how you understand. See what the masculine sees when he's in his pride and ego, and how the feminine does her part, okay? Her feminine energy part, to show the masculine that he has another way to live other than his flesh. So we're going to get the video started, okay? Oh, okay, I'm sorry, y'all. This is the pictures. Okay, but anyway, so this is the feminine. She's a monk. I don't want to show the whole thing, but there she is right there. And this is him. She tapped into his third eye, and she pretty much showed him, this is when he got that epiphany, like, you know, I see 11:11, peace to the gods. This is when he got that awakening. You touch the third eye. This is the eye. You see his eyes is wide open. Now, he's recognized this, the energy of, you know, not saying that that's his feminine and they had eye-to-eye contact, but she pretty much showed him his own image, okay? So let's get to, there we go. So we're going to start this here. Like I said, go check it out on your own, okay? I got like half of the video showing because copyright issues, so like I said, work with me, y'all. Go check the movie out yourself. But here we go. Now, this is a moment when
teacher, the ancient one.
Mr. Strange?
Doctor, actually.
Well, no, not anymore, surely. Isn't that why you're here? You've undergone many procedures. 7, right?
Yeah. Thank you, Ancient One, for seeing me.
You're very welcome.
you think that's the healer right there?
The Ancient One.
Thank you, Master Mordo. Thank you, Master Hamir.
Did you heal a man named Pangborn, a paralyzed man?
In a way,
You helped him to walk again.
yes. When you reattach a severed nerve, is it you who heals it back together or the body?
It's the cells.
And the cells are only programmed to put themselves back together in very specific ways.
Right.
What if I told you that your own body could be convinced to put itself back together in all sorts of ways?
How did you correct a complete C7-C8 spinal cord injury?
Well, I didn't correct it. He couldn't walk. I convinced him that he could. I know how to reorient the spirit to better heal the body.
The spirit to heal the body. I spent my last dollar getting here. One-way ticket, and you're talking to me about healing through belief. All right, how do we do that? Where do we start?
Don't like that one? That one.
Showing me an MRI scan. I do not believe this.
What about this one?
Acupuncture, great.
Yeah. Each of those maps was drawn up by someone who could see in part, but not the whole.
We are made of matter and nothing more. You're just another tiny, momentary speck within an indifferent universe.
You're a man looking at the world through a keyhole, and you've spent your whole life trying to widen that keyhole, to see more, to know more. And now, on hearing that it can be widened in ways you can't imagine, you reject the possibility. Open your eyes. What is real? What mysteries lie beyond the reach of your senses? At the root of existence, mind and matter.
His heart rate is getting dangerously high.
He looks all right to me.
And this is like the astral plane where he's, you know, dream state.
Filled with malice and hunger. Dark places where powers older than time lie, ravenous and waiting. You think that this material universe is all there is? Who are you in this vast multiverse? Mr. Strange? Not. Thoughts shape reality.
This is what they fear, facing the reality. This is when they
Have you
fall.
seen that before in a gift shop?
Teach me.
No.
All right, at the end of that, she just told him no. Okay? But she ended up helping him, and he ended up getting healed. Okay? But yeah. So at the end of the day, that you guys run it back as many times you want, or go watch the video. But that's what the masculine fears. They fear facing the reality that they really don't physically exist, but they are greater than themselves. They don't want to accept the fact that there is something beyond. Now, you see them going through a reality shift, and that's just the masculine not, going through it alone, okay? But you can still hear the guidance, which is the guidance of the feminine, okay, in the masculine's case, okay? Showing him that you are not alone, even though you look like you're alone. But we are all here with you, okay? All your heavenly spirit and guides are all working here to show you you are not your body. The purpose of it is to self-heal yourself. Stop with the fear. Stop with the worry. Stop with the doubt. Stop with the pride. Stop with the ego. Because they're showing you it's pointless to sit there and fight them, which is universe, because you are not what you think you are, okay? There is a greater power than what meets the eye, okay? When you know this, you learn to love life a little bit better. These people that's going through this shift, it's because they do not appreciate the life that was given to them. So they're showing them, okay, that what you going through right now is nothing compared to what you can be, okay? Who you think you know, they're not who you think they know. Who you thought you knew, as yourself, is not what you think. So they're just trying to help the divine masculine, or the feminine in this case, who doesn't want to accept their fate. That regardless, that life goes on, and that you do not have to deny the truth. So I'm going to leave it at that. Maybe I'll come back around with some more. But make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Peace to you all. Check the description box for more information. If you want to find out if this is your masculine and this is what they're going through and where they're at, I definitely have a chakra healing session, a chakra deck where I can tell you from where they, what weaknesses and strengths that they need to work on. So like I said, book below if you want to book a chakra reading with me, to find out where they at and where their levels are. Okay, check the description box for more information.